Welcome to the Friday edition of Juan's World, and Sunday is the first Sunday in Advent, so I have to get ready and make my Advent wreath, and this is one from last year, and I'm going to put one together for this year and just show you mostly in stills, I think, because there's really no need to do video to put candles into a dish and decorate. This is really the beginning of Christmas decorating, and you need to understand that when you're unpacking Christmas, you don't have to go hog wild right at the beginning of Advent. The point is that you start slowly, and each candle, as you light it Sunday by Sunday by Sunday, gets brighter and brighter, and you add more to the wreath and to your house and to everything else as you go along. So let's get started just taking care of the wreath itself. Here you see my beginnings, okay? It takes me quite a bit of effort to get the right candles here in Cambodia because they're not a super big deal. When I lived in Mantua, I was very easily able to get hold of candles because there was a huge candle shop in the middle of the town, and they had every color, every size, everything you could ever possibly want, not just in the front but in the back. Oh, it was amazing. I could make all kinds of things. Here I have to search and search and search, and the traditional wreath that I'm looking to make this year, the Episcopalian one, has 3 violet candles, 1 pink candle in a circle around the outside, if you can call it a circle with only 4 points. It's really a square, but it's in the shape of a circular wreath. So those 4 around the outside, and then a white candle in the middle, the Christ candle. That's easy enough, and you'll see that I'm not decorating anywhere else right now. I mean, this is the rest of my table, still all cluttered up with a couple of laptops and books and so forth. And then down here I've got some decorative material. I'm going to use some of it in the wreath, and the rest of it I'm going to use in my apartment later. I'm not going to start going absolutely crazy with decorations right now. I'm just going to start with the simple Advent wreath, 1 candle per Sunday, and getting closer and closer and closer to the day itself. So let's get started just with some stills so you can see how I'm going to make it, and you'll notice when I'm finished that it looks fairly pretty but plain. Now, one of the things I like to do is to add various decorative bits, including lots and lots of sweets, which is one of the big problems with Christmas for me. Is that I've got Christmas pudding, I've got mincemeat, I've got Christmas cake, and then on top of that I've got all kinds of little goodies, chocolates and gummy things and just everything that I really like. And I come to the wreath every 5 minutes and take something else, and then by the January 6th Epiphany that I have to either let my trousers out or buy a new pair. So let's get started. Now I'm going to go through making the wreath using stills, no need to use video. And really, in a sense, there's no real need to show you any of this because you can probably figure it out for yourself. You start off with a plate, and this one's getting pretty old. I've had it for 4 years since I first came to Cambodia, and you can see it. It's got its knocks and burns and whatnot, but that's all going to be hidden. I use this for various tasks during the year and then for my wreath at Christmas. And we start off by melting some wax and setting one candle at a time. If I actually thought about it, I'd put the Christ candle in the middle first, because it's the hardest to place when you've got the others all around. But I'm going to do it in order so that you can understand the order of the wreath. So we start off with the first candle, the hope candle. Then the second candle is the love candle. Both of these are purple. Then the third candle, the Gaudete candle or the joy candle, is pink. Fourth candle is peace. And then in the middle is the Christ candle, which is lit at midnight on Christmas Eve. So we will take ourselves through the season in these videos, one candle at a time. And I want you to pay attention to the fact that I haven't decorated anything else in my apartment at all. Even the table where this is sitting is cluttered with my textbooks, a couple of laptops, various odds and ends. Because this is it. It's just the beginning. It's just the start. The bottom of the hill. You're climbing the hill slowly. And so this is just to get us started. So on Sunday, the first Sunday of Advent, I will light the hope candle in the dark before dawn. Just one solitary candle, just to get a sense that this is just barely beginning. And then I'll do the rest of the decorating. I don't do a lot of decorating here. I've got a pretty big bunch of lights that I try to string up, and I usually put some decorations on the balcony and so forth. But you'll see that after I've put all the candles in place, I then have some decorative material to put in the base. And it's probably a little bit too much right now, but this is going to change. That over time, what I'm going to do is replace the decorative material with various odds and ends, including chocolates, Torone, probably, if I can find it or make it, Turkish Delight, whatever, things that remind me of Christmas, figs perhaps, dates, I don't know. It's going to be continuously changing. And now just to finish up, I've got this little picture to show you. I don't usually make Scotch broth at Advent time, but I happen to have some pearl barley, and I found some lamb bones in a supermarket the other day. So I decided to make Scotch broth, which is lamb bones in broth, pearl barley, onions and carrots, and it's very tasty and reminds me of my family times when I was a boy. So getting started in the Christmas spirit very, very, very slowly. So have a happy Advent.